Hello and welcome to the Sports News. Right now I'm joined by Jared Wixer, basketball coach at Belleville. Jared, thanks for joining us here today.
Thanks for having us, Ryan.
As you're putting this team together, we want to touch on kind of some of the principles, the foundations of that Belleville team, and what you instill in your student athletes. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, our program is really built upon hard work, toughness, and accountability. And it's been a lot of fun to really try and instill those things into a program. When we came in here, we wanted to build a program right away that kids wanted to be a part of, but the kids also knew, you know, it's going to be a lot of work, and you're going to have to hold yourselves accountable. And our kids have done a great job with that. Our coaches have done a great job with that. And right now, I feel like we're at the point where our kids are holding themselves accountable, and I think the next step for us is going to be them holding one another accountable moving forward.
So as you're kind of making them into better teammates, holding each other accountable as individuals, what about the state of the program? What are some of the expectations you have coming off of this year looking forward towards next season?
You know, people look at our record from last season. We had 4 wins last season. And they think, gosh, that must have been, you know, a tough season to go through. You know, how did you handle that? And the reality is it was great. We had a great season. Our kids come in and they work hard every single day. You know, we continue to find ways to challenge them mentally, physically. And there were times last year, you know, when you have a 4-win regular season, there's a lot of opportunity for kids to say, gosh, you know, I'm not feeling this right now, or I don't want to be a part of this. But that's never the attitude that we got from our boys. And it was great. And we wound up making those same kids that won 4 games in the regular season wound up making a really nice postseason run, getting to a regional final, which was really exciting, and that gave us a huge lift heading into this offseason that we're pretty excited about.
So coming into, you know, a good offseason, the program's obviously moving ahead. What about the community of Belleville? Are you guys getting a lot of support from, you know, different businesses, members of the community? How does that work?
I tell you what, our community's been outstanding. They really have. From day one, parents, businesses, anyone that we've reached out to, our youth basketball program has just been on board. When I actually got the job here, the first 3 people I met with was our youth basketball board, and they basically said, you know, what do you want us to do? How can we help you? And that's, as a coach of a new program, that's huge to get that kind of support moving forward. You know, we had our first bowling fundraiser this past off season. We had you know, businesses chiming in with donations and support, and a lot of community members showed up to support us there as well. So that's huge. And then lastly, our parents. Our parents are outstanding. I found that was a question that I was getting asked a lot right away was, you know, how are the parents in Belleville? Are they pretty, you know, and they're phenomenal. They really allow us to develop and challenge the young men that we have in our program, which as a head coach, that's all you can ask your parents.
Jared, I want to thank you for joining us here on the Sports News today.
Thank you very much for having us, Ryan.
Jared Wixer, head basketball coach at Belleville. We want to wish them good luck going into the offseason and next year. We'll be back with more of the Sports News right after this.